I just hit the record button, so you gotta do the stuff. Gotta do it, big fellas. New video right now. Stay tuned, big fella. You gotta see everything I'm saying right now. Welcome back on YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rustam. I'm helping you out to master English every day. All right. So the first thing I would like to say that we've hit 17 subscribers, which I like, and I like every single person, as I say before. So you're really listening to my content. That means that you appreciate me. So therefore, I appreciate you. So hopefully, it's a good communication, and I really am able and I really want to help you out with your questions. So if you have them, please send them out to me. I really plan on putting out more videos, and I want to do it like twice a week, but now I have some problems with my work. Not the problems, but I mean kind of overloaded, and I really need to put out more content, and I need to be more consistent with it. So if you have any questions or any topics which you want me to break down on, please send them out, because I have a sketch, I have a schedule of how many videos and what kind of topics I want to cover. But if you want to say something, or if you want to ask something, and if you want me to cover any topics, so please let me know. Alright, so
If you've got a car that cranks but doesn't start, stay tuned.
Alright, so let's get down to our topic. So our today's topic is the very important thing for people who have an advanced level of English, whose English is very high level. And today I have a set of English words, phrases, and different little things that you can apply to your English to sound more fluent and to make your English a little bit more natural, right? So let's get down to it again. Alright, so first step will be, it sounds really simple, but I would say that it's a crucial thing, yeah? So it's really hard to apply, but you need to think a little bit more about it, and you will do it like anyway. So the first step will be flexible with your English. Yeah. So if you know a lot of grammar, if you know a lot of things, just use them. Yeah. Present perfect continuous, passive voice, a lot of conditionals. You know, the first, the second one, the third one, blah blah blah. So use them just every single day. Now I'll give an example. I'll give two examples. The first one is very simple. The second one is kind of, I would say, normal one. Not normal, but natural one, all right? So the first thing would be, yesterday, I went to the cinema and I saw some film, and it was good. I liked it. It was actually great. And the second one would be, I've been to different movie theaters and I've seen a lot of different films, but this one yesterday, it really stood out from all of them. And it was like, hands down, the best film I've ever seen. So see what I did here? I just used a little bit more present perfect, a little bit more phrasal verbs, and I really added some emotions, you know? So that's the thing you need to do to make your English a little bit more natural, yeah? So keep up with it, and hopefully your English is gonna be a lot more better. So the second one will be a little bit more interesting. I don't know actually how to address them, but I would say use some trendy words. Yeah, such as like my wheels, or my whip, or for example bail, the verb bail. Yeah, it means different things, but in some contexts they are very cool. So I'll give an example as well. Two examples. So try to feel the difference, right? So the first one, I had an agreement with my friend. We wanted to meet and to have some very cool time, but eventually somebody called him and he went back home. And the second one, and try to feel the difference here. All right, I have a friend. We should have had a meeting because we scheduled it, but the meeting never took place because he got called from somebody and he bailed on me. He literally hopped into his car and he bailed on me. So see what I did here? I used some trendy words that really made some difference. So it's actually some little things that make difference, yeah? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Some different trifles that really make your English stand out from everybody else's English, yeah? And I would say, if you want to find these trendy words, because there's a lot more of them, you really need to find some YouTube channels probably that are run by like youngsters, run by some YouTube influencers. So really very useful phrases. Or maybe you can listen to music, because it's a lot of trendy words in music, because there's like a lot of rappers out here right now, and you can listen to them and learn very relevant English from them. Alright, so the next topic, I would say how to make your English a little bit more better would be some separate words. Yeah, and we will start from the first one. Stay tuned. So the first word would be kind of. Yeah. So you can use it instead of sort of or instead of type of, but I mean the most frequently used is kind of. Yeah. You just simply add it to your speech and that's it. I'm really speaking too fast. God damn it. So if you mix it up in your language, it really stands out a little bit more and it really sounds more natural. Little things, remember? Little things. So if you mix these words in your language become a little bit more natural. So that's the thing I'm trying to teach you, alright? So listen to me. This is the example. So me and my friend, we went to this business forum because we wanted to listen to some experienced guys in business. So they gave us a lot of tips how to make more profit out of your business. What I did, I just said kind of business forum. If I hadn't used it, it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. So if you use it, it makes your flow a little bit better. But if you don't use it, everything stays the same, everything's perfect. So the next thing, very small thing again, because everything is small, because small things matter actually. The next thing is a lot of, yeah? When you want to say that you see something or you hear something, like whatever you want to say about, which is of big amount, you just should say, like my personal recommendation, you just should say there's a lot of something.
Look at all those chickens.
Not very much, not many, not a big amount, but just a lot of, because it sounds really, really natural. And I've been listening to a lot of, again, I say it automatically, I've been listening to a lot of native speakers and to a lot of people who learn English and who are very good at it, and they always say a lot of. So for example, you cruising down the street as you always do, and you see a lot of cars. You don't say I see many cars because it doesn't sound really natural. You say a lot of cars. Just substitute your many, big amount, much, blah 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 with a lot of, and that'll make your English a lot more better. The same thing with small amount or a few or a little. You just say not a lot of. Yeah, so it's just like inversion, not a lot of things. So I went to the shopping mall, want to buy some groceries, but everything was out of stock and I didn't have a lot of choice. Yeah, let's say a lot of choice. So the next thing will be a contraction, a short version of some words. Yeah, so it will be the wanna thing. Yeah, you've heard it a million times, like for sure, I know it. But when you use these things, these little things, it really makes your English better. As I said a lot of times now. How to use it? What is wanna? Wanna is like want to. Two separate words, if you put them together, it's like wanna, yeah? And some examples to you is like, I wanna eat, that's why I need to go and eat, yeah? Wanna, I want to. The tricky thing with it, so after wanna, you need to use some verb, yeah? So I wanna jump, I wanna eat, I wanna go to the gym, I wanna swim, blah, blah, blah. So you cannot actually use wanna with nouns because it doesn't sound really good. You cannot say I want an apple. You just want to say I want an apple. Yeah, that's how it works. So please use it and that'll be very useful for you. Right, so the next thing is gonna. Yeah, gonna, you know what it is. You've heard it a million times. So to be going to, yeah. I am gonna eat in 5 minutes, or I am going to prepare some food. Yeah, so gonna, easy. It's used the same way how the wanna used. After gonna, you just use the infinitive. Yeah, just verbs, not nouns, verbs. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna invite my friend, we're gonna come over to you, blah blah blah. So you know how it's used, so please use it. Next thing is gotta. You gotta use gotta, because if you use it, it really, like one particular thing that makes your English better. Yeah, I believe in that, so I recommend you using gotta. And it also sounds very cool, gotta. I don't know why. For me, it sounds very cool. So what is gotta? It's short version of the words I have got to. So it means that you have intention or you are forced by yourself to do something. You say that I have to do something, I gotta do something. Yeah, so how it's used, again, gotta, after gotta, you use an infinitive of a verb. Yeah, the examples, the first thing, I have got to make money. I gotta make money because otherwise I'm gonna be broke. Or my friends came over, so I gotta make something to eat because they are hungry and I want to like remain the healthy relationships with them, because if I do not feed them, they will say it's over, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I gotta make something to eat. Okay, the next thing is I'ma. So it's even shorter version of I'm going to. Yeah, so I, and then this thing I'm going to, it's like the shorter version. It means I'ma. So I'ma do my homework or I'll drop out of school. Yeah, so I'ma means I'm going to. The next thing I'm gonna explain to you is gap fillers, because if when your English is not as high as you want it to be, you need to fill in some gaps when you talk because your English lack fluency yet. So it sounds really complicated, but I'll explain to you. So the first thing I want to explain is you know. Yeah, just simple phrase, you know. When you want to fill in some gaps, you just say you know. For example, me and my friend, you know, we went to some business conference, you know, because you know, we wanted to gain some knowledge on business, and we did it, and we want to start out our business. All right. So when you don't know what to say and you don't want this awkward pause in between your language, you just say you know. Like anytime you want to say it, you just say it because it doesn't make any difference and it doesn't change the meaning of what you're saying. Right. So the next thing is like. You apparently know how to use it by now because I've explained it to you. So you just put it in between words or in between sentences. Therefore, your English sound a lot more better. All right, so the example. Me and my friend, apparently I like my friend because I do everything with him. Me and my friend, we went to the grocery store and we bought a lot of products, we bought a lot of groceries, and we bought a lot of sweets because we needed something because we were going to watch some movie, and we just bought it. We spent a lot of money, we're gonna regret it a lot, but we just did it. So you just put wherever you think it might fit, and that's it. Don't think about it, just say whenever you feel it's needed to be put in, and just put it in. So the next thing is I mean. So you know how to use you know how to use and the same thing with I mean, you just put it whenever you feel it's needed to be put in. So the example, I mean, I need to buy some books, you know what I'm saying, because I need to read some books because I feel like I'm kind of dumb. Yeah, it's not cool. So I need to buy some books and read them. So you know what I did? Apparently I used some I mean things, yeah. Obviously I just over exaggerated it so you can hear it. Yeah, so as I said the previous time and right now, so when you say I mean, you just put it whenever you feel it might sound good. For the next thing, you can use both versions of it. These are the gap fillers as well. So you can say, you know what I mean, or you know what I'm saying. So I just want to say that those phrases, they're not very formal, so it's not very cool if you use them at some business conferences or at a job interview because it will not sound really good at that point. Yeah, so don't use them in formal situations, all right? Okay, so the next thing is know what I'm saying. Here's the example. Me and my friend, again, the friend comes in. Me and my friend, we went to the movie theater. We wanted to watch some films and we needed to buy some snacks, but we didn't do it at the movie theater stall. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very, very expensive there. Instead of that, we went to the shopping mall and we bought some snacks there, you know what I'm saying? So we went in, we watched the film, you know what I'm saying? We went home. Alright, so what I did the first time, it was very accurate and well pronounced. I said, you know what I'm saying, but then gradually I started to blur it out because then it sounded like you know what I'm saying. So it's you cannot recognize what I said. So yeah, you can use it very fast because it's very long phrase. Okay, so the next thing is you know what I mean, but it's literally the same thing as you know what I'm saying. But the one important thing I want to say that when you use you know what I mean or you know what I'm saying, you just need people really to understand what you're saying. But even if they don't have a clue what you're saying, keep saying. It's okay. Okay, so the next branch of the things that would make your English better is phrasal verbs. Yeah, so a lot of them, there are tons of millions of them, but there's a specific amount of them which you can use on a daily basis, and these are most frequently used. And if you use them, your English really stands out from everybody else's English, all right? So the first one is to come up with. Yeah, I will teach you that by the examples. So for example, my teacher gave me the task. She wanted me to write an essay, and I came up with this one. So to come up with is to invent something or to create something. So the next thing is keep on doing something. To keep on doing something basically means that you continue doing something. For example, yesterday I was halfway through my homework, but then I stopped. I took a break, and then I kept on doing my homework. Alright, so the next thing is to pass out.
I brought my bitch to the bank, then she passed out.
To pass out means to lose consciousness. For example, me and my friend, my crazy friend, we went to the party yesterday and we partied like animals, and my friend, he passed out. He lost consciousness. So the next thing is show off. Show off means to show that you have a lot of expensive stuff. For example, cars, ice.
I want some ice on my wrist.
Maybe some watches, jewelry, blah blah blah, something which is very, very expensive. Next thing is to bring up. Bring up means to mention some topic. There's a freaking pigeon on my balcony.
Atomic super pigeons! Leave pigeons alone!
The example. Yesterday we were discussing some expensive cars, but my friend brought up politics, so we needed to discuss politics. I didn't like it, but we needed to do it. So the next thing is to find out. The thing that I use really, really often, and it means to learn something, to discover something. For example, yesterday I was reading some journal and I found out that a blue whale's heart weighs like 2 tons and it's like 1.5 meters in diameter. Is it recording anyway? Yeah, but it's 43 minutes. Fuck that. Oh shit.
God, please, no! No! No, God! No!
So the next thing is turn out. To turn out is to learn something, and I will give an example so you understand how it works. For example, I went to Thailand and I met that girl. She was fine, but turned out she was a male.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Next thing is hang up. When you're having a chat with somebody on the phone and you need to finish this conversation off, you just hang up. So to hang up is to press the button and to finish the call.
Can I come up?
Okay, but be careful. Don't let anybody see you.
So the next thing is to look up. To look up is to find something on the internet which you didn't know before. Yeah, so for example, I didn't know what diarrhea was. Apparently I know what it is. I looked it up and it's not very cool. So the next thing is to pick up. Pick up is kind of flexible. It has a couple of meanings, but the first one, when you go to the clothes store and you pick up some clothes, that means to choose something, yeah? Next one, to pick somebody up. When you have a car, you pick somebody up and you drop somebody off, yeah? So to give somebody a ride. And the next thing, to pick up, it's like to pick up girls.
I would like to smear green paint all over you and spank you like a disobedient avocado.
To make a move, to approach, to make them interested in you. So the next thing is to take off. It has like 2 meanings, but if you search more thoroughly, you'll find probably more. But a take off means to take off some clothes. Yeah, they're on you, you take them off, they're not on you. That's maybe the next thing after you pick up some girls. And one more thing with takeoff, it means that when airplane leaves the ground and shoots up in the air, it means that the plane is taking off. The next thing is to talk over. To talk over means to discuss something. For example, me and my friend, god damn it, this freaking friend. Me and my friend, we talked this new trend over, yeah? We discussed this new trend of fashion. The next thing is to throw away. When you throw something away, it means that you don't need it, yeah? You just throw it away like trash, alright? So the next thing is to try out. To try out is to try something you have never tried before. Yeah, sounds complicated, but it's not. For example, I've tried out this new course of English on the internet and I really enjoyed it. It helped me a lot, so you should definitely try it out. The next thing is to drop out of. To drop out of some place means to leave that place. Some educational places, yeah? For example, my GPA was too low, so I dropped out of my school. The next thing is to get rid of. When you get rid of something, means that you make it subside, make it vanish, it's no longer in your life. For example, I didn't need those flowers on my windowsill and I just got rid of them. I just throw them away. I just threw them away. The next thing is to put up with. To put up with means to tolerate with somebody or with something. For example, I have an aunt and I have nephews and nieces. They are very annoying, but I really need to put up with them because I love them. So the next thing is to break down. When something breaks down, it means that it stops functioning, stops working. For example, I was going down the road to my friend, but my car broke down.
If you've got a car that cranks but doesn't start, stay tuned.
And it has the second meaning. To break something down means to study it in the detail. For example, I didn't know how the cardiovascular system worked and I broke it down. I studied some books and I looked up on the internet, so I know how it works. I broke it down. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it. If you really enjoyed that video, if that video was useful to you, please hit the like button and tell your friends that there's the guy named Rustam that teaches you English and he doesn't need anything in return. So please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and see you next time. Bye bye.